welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm Megan from OrganizedLittleLady, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my September goals. Okay, so before we dive into September, let's take a look back to August. I am going to refer to my Erin Condren Daily Duo Planner. This is where I track all of my goals. I have videos on that. I will try to leave some of them linked below if you're interested in seeing my process and how I do my goal setting. But I do use this planner for all of my goals, and I do break down my goals by category. So my categories are faith, family, personal, home, community, and career. Okay, so for August, my goal for my faith was to do a Bible study. So I did find a Bible study just on Pinterest, and it was the 21-day Bible study for women of faith. And I was able to complete that. I loved doing that Bible study. I recently got a journaling Bible, and I just wanted to kind of dive into the Bible more and steer away from my devotional and just kind of read passages right from the Bible. So I was able to complete that, and that was a goal checked off my list for August. For my family goal, it was to plan back to school. So we are heading back to school in September this year. So that was a goal for August, was to plan what we were going to do to the best of our knowledge based on the information we were given to come up with a plan for back to school. I can check that off my list as well. We were able, by the end of August, to come up with a plan for our family, and I will be sharing that soon in an upcoming video this week. So be sure to click that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed so you don't miss that. And if you are subscribed, you can look forward to that on Wednesday. Okay, so my personal goal was to work out 3 times a week. And I was like, oh man, I didn't get that done because I was thinking of a workout as being like something either on my elliptical or doing like a home workout video. And I did not do that. But then I was thinking about it, and we got back into hiking for the month of August. And we went on consistently 3 to 4 hikes a week in August. It was just so much nicer. The weather was a little bit cooler, and we have been outside a lot more. So we started not only hiking, but we also started going for walks, and the kids ride their bikes in the evening. The 5 of us do that. So you know what? I'm going to call that a win. I am going to say that even though I'm not doing like a workout with the elliptical or, you know, a workout video or routine, I am getting some movement in at least 3 times a week by hiking and going for walks with my family. So although I didn't check that off originally, after I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I did check that off because we have been moving a lot more. So I'm going to call that a win also. The other goal I had was for home and homemaking, and my goal was to declutter the garage, van, playroom, and office. Those were the areas in my home that really needed a lot of attention because they've just gotten a little out of control. So we were able to declutter all of those. I worked on my playroom and the office in the beginning of the month. I did share with you guys my office organization video. I'll try to leave that link down below, but I did kind of rearrange some things in here, and I'm loving this space. It has really given me just joy to be here now that it is reorganized. I did my playroom. So the playroom is where we are going to be setting up our remote school area for 3 out of 4 kids that I will be helping do homeschooling. And again, I'll go into that area in a future video, but I was able to sort of reorganize in there and set up a learning area. So I'm checking that off as well. And then the garage, that credit goes to my husband. That's kind of his area, and our garage is attached. So a lot of times what happens is it's just a dumping ground for us. The kids have been riding their bikes and scooters and skateboards a lot lately, so they just like toss all of that back into the garage, and we just didn't have a lot of organization set up in there. So my husband took a day when he was on vacation and cleaned out the entire garage, swept it out and everything. So that is done. The other area was my van. I did check this off. I did work on it. And it is now the beginning of September, and you would never know it was done because we're just in and out of it a lot. And it just doesn't stay clean. So I need to come up with a better, more consistent routine to clean my van. Instead of just getting it organized, I think I need to actually make it a habit instead of a project. So a habit to just keep it organized and tidy on a regular basis, because it just gets out of hand so quickly. So all in all, I do feel like I can check that goal off for my home category, because I do feel really productive that I was able to get my office, the playroom, and the garage done, and sort of kind of my van. I actually even tackled our storage room. So I did a huge clean out of our storage room last year. And so the organization systems are there. I just needed to go in and kind of clean it up a little bit. So I was able to do that as well. So I even added a little bit extra onto that goal. Okay, so my community goal, now my community category is sort of for my friends, my family, and just kind of building that sense of community in general. So this month, I really wanted to focus on building a stronger social media community. And one of my goals in order to do that was to post more day in the life videos, specifically like one a week. And I was able to do that. I feel like I did share a little bit more of my real life with you guys. And I really do feel like I have gained closer relationships with my community here on YouTube and Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to, I'll have the link down below for that, but it's OrganizedLittleLady on Instagram. And I do share kind of more like current time or like real time updates there. And I have really built stronger relationships through Instagram and even here on YouTube. So I do think that I was able to accomplish that goal this month. For career, and this kind of goes along with my building a stronger community on social media, my career goal for the month of August was to post one day in the life video a week. And like I said, I was able to do that. So all in all, I think this was a huge success of a month for my goals in August. I was able to check off pretty much everything on my goal list. So now let's move over into September. I can't believe we're in September already. So for September, let's see here. So I have set some goals. Again, this is where I set my initial goals, and then I break it down to a project list and a habits list. So let's first go over some of the goals that I have set for myself for the month of September. So my goal for faith is to set aside prayer time 5 times a week. So although I am reading more in my Bible and carving out more time to just invest in Bible reading, I want to get back to like actually praying more. And so I need to carve out some time in order to do that. Otherwise it won't happen. So that's my goal for September for my faith. For my home goal, it's to establish back to school routines. So we are headed back to school next week. By the time you watch this video, we'll be going back to school the week after. And my goal is to really establish those back to school routines. We are starting fully remote. So I have my 3 kids, and then I do watch one of my friend's daughters full time. So I will have her here as well. She is the same age as Julia. So their curriculum is exactly the same. And they get along so good. So I think it's gonna be great. But I really want to establish strong routines right off the bat. So that way everyone knows what to expect, and it's just a little bit of an easier transition. Then for my personal goal, I have to set aside 1 night a week for self-care. This has been huge for me during this whole pandemic and being home a lot with the kids and just not being able to do necessarily normal day-to-day things. I have found that taking some time out to focus on self-care has been so huge for me. And I was really good at doing it for a little bit, and then I sort of got away from it. So I do want to focus back on self-care. So 1 time a week, I want to carve out some time to do some self-care. And again, if I don't schedule that in, unfortunately, it just won't happen. So for our home goal, we are in the middle of a kitchen remodel. So I just am focusing on that as far as our home is concerned. And my goal is to just work on the kitchen remodel. So we actually did have, if you follow me on Instagram, we have our counters purchased. We are getting granite countertops installed in the very near future. And then we wanted to get our cabinets painted, and we want to do a tile backsplash and tile floors. So I did get a quote for the cabinets being painted, and it was like twice as much as I was hoping it would be or expecting it to be. So we actually did just today get another company in here, and they are giving us another quote, and they actually do it all. So they're going to be doing the tiling and the painting. So we are going to hopefully go with them. So that's going to be happening this month, which is so exciting. I am so excited to share that with you guys. It's just been something we've been saving for a long time, and it's still surreal that it's actually happening. So that's my home goal for this month, is just focus on that kitchen remodel. Okay, so for community goal, this is something that I was actually inspired by from Samantha from Happily a Housewife. She shared that her community started this You've Been Schooled thing, and I love the idea. So basically it's you put together a little basket of school supplies and just fun things for kids, going back to school, and leave it on their doorstep. You don't tell anyone who it was from. It's just kind of anonymous, but it's just a fun thing to sort of get everybody excited for this year. This year is going to be anything but normal for most people. And so any little extra thing that you can do like that to make it a little bit more special, I think really helps. So that's my community goal for this month, is to start the You've Been Schooled basket thing in our community. Okay, and then for my career goal this month, it was to sign up as a Scentsy consultant. So this has been something that it's been on my mind for a long time, and I did share it in one of my day in the life videos this past month. I shared how I was really on the fence, like I wanted to join, but I wasn't sure. I'm not very good at selling things, and I just wasn't sure if it was right for me. And I had so many of you guys reach out to me and say that I should go for it, and that, you support me and that business and whatnot. And honestly, I decided to go for it. I have the most amazing sponsor. She is my longtime friend, and she has been my Scentsy consultant. So I did sign up under her. And I am absolutely so excited to get this started. So this goal has already been met, because I did sign up in the beginning of September. It's actually September 1st that I signed up to be a consultant. So I will have my link down below. No pressure. If it's not your thing, I totally get it, but I really do want to thank everybody who encouraged me to do this. I've already been really enjoying it. So those are my goals for September. So then what I do is I break down my goals into a project or habit list. This just helps me figure out what projects I need to carve out time for, and what habits I need to instill throughout the month to make sure I am getting my goals completed. And as you can see from last month, and honestly the previous months too, since I started this system of goal setting, I have found that I am actually reaching my goals. So for projects, I have planned back to school routines. That is a project I need to do and just kind of figure out, and then it will be done. I mean, I have to actually go through the routines and whatnot, but planning them is a one-time project. Another project that we have for this month is to work on the kitchen remodel. Obviously, that's a major project that will go on my project list. And then another project is to start the You've Been Schooled. So I've already started kind of gathering materials, and I have a list of people that we want to, school. So that is in the works. And then another project was to sign up to be a Scentsy consultant. Again, that's just something I need to do, and it will be done with. The habits that I need to instill for this month in order to complete my goals is to, number one, set aside prayer time 5 times a week. So I need to make this a habit, or else it's not going to happen. Back to school routines, I put on both lists, because I need to plan the routines on my project list, but I actually need to stick to the routines on my habit list and make those routines a habit. And then another habit that I had was to have a self-care night 1 time a week. So that is something, again, that I just need to plan some time every single week for, and kind of make it a habit to do that. So that is a look at my September goals and how I break them down. And like I said, this system has been working so well for me. So I encourage you to sit down and get a few ideas of goals that you want to set for yourself. It's been easier for me to break down my goals by category, and the categories are just things that I prioritize in my life. And then make a separate list for projects and habits, so that way you know exactly what you need to do in order to achieve your goals. I really appreciate you guys watching this, and if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments section. And if you have specific goals that you are trying to reach this month, I would love to hear them in the comments section below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great start to September, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.